Hello everyone and welcome to the Sedona International Film Festival. I'm your host Carol Kahn. We are coming to you live from Yavapai College, the Sedona campus, and would like to thank Northern Arizona Healthcare as one of our sponsors. And joining me now is the team from Albatross. As you can see, it's emblazoned on their shirts. Dylan, Romaine, and Myles, welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
It's so good to have you here.
It's great.
I know. Great to be back.
Yeah.
You've been here like what? How many times already? 3 times?
Yeah.
3 times the charm.
Exactly. Let's hope so.
Definitely.
And Romaine, I understand that you came here from Toronto.
Yes, I did. Flew in early yesterday. Took the scenic route as we discussed.
Yeah.
But I'm here now, and it's fantastic.
Well, first I just want to say thank God you got on a plane from Toronto. Two, when you got to the right airport in Phoenix, and then came here. But you took a side route. You almost can't be blamed for that, though, because I know there's the Yavapai College has another campus.
5 campuses, I heard.
So yes, I'm not going to say that you have bad directions.
I'm normally pretty good. This time it just got me.
Yeah, I think next time we're going to just send you like the GPS code and make sure that you know where to go.
Or special signs, just Romaine this way.
Exactly.
That always helps.
Yeah. And Dylan, you had no problem finding us.
Me, I had no problem. I drove from LA, and I drove through I went sort of a scenic route through Williams, and then coming down from Flagstaff, and had that windy road that kind of cuts through the mountains. That was gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first time I saw 89 coming from the 40, I guess it's 40, right, coming down, and it opened up into Sedona.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I saw Sedona.
Yeah.
It spoke to me so loud and clear.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah. No, that's what it felt like coming in. It was like, wow, that's a lovely little town.
Yeah, it is. You have to come back.
Are you originally from here?
No, I am from North Carolina. Well, East Coast, New York, New Jersey, North Carolina, Las Vegas, and then here.
Nice.
And I drove. No, I didn't drive cross country. I'm really good with my directions, though. So tell me a little bit. I know there was a premiere last night, right? And how did that go?
I think it went pretty well.
Yeah.
You could say phenomenal. I think it was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so the roles: cinematographer, actor,
yes,
and executive producer,
Writer, director, EP.
all the above.
All the above.
And your family is a huge support, because I know in the credits I've seen the whole entire family listed in the credits.
Yeah, very supportive. So we shot the film in my parents' house, actually. So they kind of left for a couple months.
You're kidding? You threw your parents out?
No, they voluntarily left.
Voluntold.
Yeah, so very supportive of this film.
Yeah.
And how did you pick your team? Curious.
So actually, Dylan and I have worked together on all 3 films that have been at the Sedona Film Fest. So, and then Jenny as well, and our executive producer, and then our team in Canada. We shot this film in Canada, so we had to assemble that team for this production. So we got to work with a whole bunch of new people, which was really exciting as well.
Now, you shot this during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
How difficult was that for you?
Yeah.
A huge pain. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but it was there were definitely a lot of restrictions in terms of everybody had to wear masks, and we couldn't. It was just a lot more restrictions in terms of how many people could be inside the room. So if we needed to tweak a light, all the actors had to come out, and then we would tweak a light or set up something, and then have the actors come back in, basically. And so it was always just making sure that there aren't we had the minimum amount of people in a room as possible. But no, I mean, besides that, it was, I don't know, it was normal shooting.
From my perspective, I had to basically audition for it online through Zoom.
Oh wow!
And so that's been a new experience through this whole pandemic. Really, is having to kind of relay what type of energy you want to bring to the character through Zoom, and then you have your other actor on the other side, and they would be watching. So that was a new experience for me, but it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think also it's for Dylan and I, it's our first feature film, so the situation was very abnormal, but then also very normal because it's our first time making such a large project.
Yeah.
So it was like setting a benchmark in a very challenging time that hopefully it will not be so so hard. We didn't have anything to compare to, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
So, Myles, this was your first, because you did shorts before when you came here, so this was your first feature.
length, yeah.
So how different was it for you doing that?
A really different process. So everything from writing, the structure is very different for long form content. When it came to production, it was really challenging. From like mental gymnastics type of standpoint, we were jumping from scenes throughout the film depending on which area of the house we were filming in. So you have to like remember the tone and intention of each scene, what type of performance we want to accomplish in those as the story arcs. Whereas in a short, everything is much shorter. So to go from the first scene to the last scene is not that big of a jump.
Yeah.
Whereas in a feature film, we have a lot going on.
Yeah.
And we kind of did that too, actually. We did kind of go, like, the first scene that we shot of the movie was the first scene of the film. And then
the first shot.
And the first shot. Yeah, the first shot of the movie that we shot was the first shot of the movie in the film.
Oh, wow.
Which is really cool. That doesn't normally happen.
So scene one, take one on the slate. And then, but then, like, the next day, we had the first day, I think, with you guys.
Yeah.
And
was
then
the
we
ending
shot,
scene.
and it was the ending scene.
Yeah.
The ending scene. So that was kind of nice.
And then it was, from that, we then went to your guys' very beginning scene.
Yeah.
So it was sort of really funny to go, like, to have the conclusion of the movie and then go to, like, the very beginning of the movie, basically.
And
How
that was
difficult?
the first time. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish.
And that was the first time I really met Catherine. Was on that for that scene.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen it, but
in the dark.
Like, in the dark, and it's like action. Okay, now you're a couple that are in love. Go. You know,
and doing your
final scene of the movie. But I think one benefit from my perspective was. I mean, we didn't have the opportunity to rehearse, given the circumstance. But I think it served well because, you know, we're meeting this couple for the first time, or in the script, these couples are meeting for the first time. So it was kind of finding those nuances and finding that tone, I think, together as we went along. And I think it served well. I know it worked for me.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, how difficult was that, not knowing somebody, right? Because when you go through a film, especially if you're having this relationship, typically, like, by the end of the film, you would have, like, you understand each other, you, like, know how each other are, you have feelings, and then all of a sudden you're meeting somebody for the first time, and it's like, all right.
No, I mean, it's, that's the job. It's portraying an emotion, right? I just think it does help if you can build some rapport with your scene partners when possible, and if not, then you just try your best to make it work. And I think as we went along, Catherine and I really developed a great rapport. And I think that usually happens. You start to learn somebody and what their things they like, they don't like, and hopefully engage with them in a different way.
And what attracted you to the film?
A couple of things. I think having to see a young black writer portrayed on screen was the first thing that jumped up to me in the description of the character. And then obviously going through the script and not knowing exactly what the intention was, but it was definitely interesting. And I think what really pushed me over the edge was watching some of Myles' previous work, Poppies and Aaron. More so Poppies, to be honest. I don't know, for some reason that really spoke to me, and I said to myself, this guy really has a voice, and he knows what it is, and he wants to put that on screen. And that for me was like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I love Myles.
That's the honest truth, right? When you can identify that, and it's like, okay, let's go.
I mean, I think what I love about you, Myles, is that, you know, there's so much diversity, right, in your films, but it's not like, there's not an effort. Like, it's effortless, and I like that about you. It's just, you know, you have something to say, and you do it in such a way with such grace, so it's been
if
a
I can
pleasure.
jump on that, it's effortless when you know what your truth is, and that's what I get from Myles. He's truthful, and he's honest, and he's open, and I think that's what translates on on screen. Tissue, somebody get
We were, you know, the restriction break. I already cried already. We had to toilet paper. That's all we had was toilet paper. No tissues. You have to use your sleeve. That's it.
Yeah, no, it's the one thing too I wanted to talk about in terms of building the relationship with the cast, because we didn't have rehearsals primarily because of COVID and the casting process and how it worked. But we had to shoot exteriors first, which is why we had to dive into some of those more challenging scenes. But once we got into the house, we shot the dining room first, and that was kind of like important because in the film, that's kind of the first time all four of the characters are together.
Yeah.
And that kind of was like a natural point in the story where they would start to get to know each other as well. So I think that was part
That
of our
kinda worked
intention
out
in terms of like scheduling.
Yeah.
To try to build in some like rehearsal time into our actual
Yeah.
shoot schedule. Yeah.
Well, then I think the question, I don't even have to ask this question, but I think this team would work with you again, right?
I hope so.
Hey.
Maybe.
I know.
Off camera, we'll talk off camera.
Maybe not with Romaine, but
I might get lost getting the set.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
That happened once. Right? Did it?
No, I never
No.
never did.
I'm starting to worry about you now.
Oh, man.
I'm definitely gonna have to show you an app and figure it out, like how you know where
So
you're
this
going.
is how you put in the answer.
Exactly.
Just start from stage one.
And when it says Prescott, you know it's not Sedona.
Oh my god. This interview's taking a turn. I gotta go.
Well, what's next for you? I mean, I know you're just enjoying like all of this, but I know you, so you're probably working on next 3 projects.
I'm working on developing kind of 3 new projects that are different in scope and scale. So 2 feature films and limited series, and then also, of course, distributing and finding like a home and greater audience for Albatross.
Yeah.
Those are.
And that was my next question too. How difficult is that? Because I know the options are opened a little bit more now with, I mean, you have Amazon and, you know, you have Netflix and more options, I guess, but it's still not easy. So how difficult is that?
Yeah, I think we'll hopefully have a good word of mouth with this film, I think, because it's quite topical. And then we're working with our sales rep, the Slater brothers, who are putting us out to all of the distributors, and hopefully someone's going to pick it up. Doing the festivals, of course, helps, and doing these types of experiences is going to help raise awareness about the project and hopefully open some doors for us. And hearing audience feedback, again, is really helpful in getting the word out. And if audiences like it, then festivals are more likely to program it, and that's going to help us get some awareness with distributors.
Awesome. Well, Romaine, I have an idea for you. Next time you want to fly, right? Try a private. We'll try to and then have them land in Sedona.
I won't say no. As long as there's a red
I wouldn't
carpet.
either because I'll probably come and get you, bring you back.
And a shuttle.
service, right?
That's right. I'll try to find that pilot. I'll hitchhike on the tarmac. I was
love
like,
it.
help me to go to Toronto and
Sign
pick
me
up
up.
Romaine.
Sign me up. I'm here.
Oh my gosh. Well, gentlemen, it's so nice to talk with all of you here, and you know, I love
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, so I look forward to seeing you more at the festival. And how can people find out about your film?
Our website is albatross-thefilm.com, and also on Instagram, albatross_film. And for now, that's kind of where you can find us.
Awesome. Yay. Well, thank you both so much. All 3.
Yeah.
Not both, 3 so much. And don't forget to hashtag Sedona Film Fest 2022. And we will be back with more from the Sedona International Film Festival after this.